Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by today. I'm just going to do a quick video of some of the setups I have for my 12 socks at a time knitting projects. As you recall, my 12 socks at a time were in a regular shoebox, and it's holding up pretty well, so I'm still using this. And when I want to do more than 12 at a time, I've actually done 10 pairs at a time, and that's this setup. And today I'm just going to show you my other setup, which is, I actually have, this is 16 socks. 8 pairs at a time. And I just want to show you the setup I'm using for this. And as you see, there are never any tangles with the way we turn our system. Now this was a styrofoam piece that a big TV came in. So I just cut down the back, and then I glued a sheet of styrofoam on the bottom just to keep it from tipping over. So as you can see, it holds 16 skeins very well in here, and it all works the same. Now this set is ready to be turned. As you recall, when I finish this side, you always turn all of your socks up and you turn your box. So I'm going to turn, and now what I'm going to show you today is actually 16 socks with 3 needles. Right now I have a 60-inch cable and a little shorter one. I think it's 47. But when I did the 20 socks, I actually used 2 60-inch cables. But what I do with that many is introduce a 3rd needle. And that way you're not knitting, on two needles, and sometimes that might get a little tangled when you want to turn it. So with the 3rd needle introduced, you've already turned your socks up and your yarn is in the back. You just start knitting, and you will knit all of the socks off on your 3rd needle. And that goes very well. Now, what I like to do, so once you get them all on your spare needle, then your other needle is free, and you just knit on 3 needles. You take them all off. So just some of the little tricks I use for myself, because this is not a project you're going to sit down and get 8 pairs of socks done in a month. I mean, if you have nothing else to do, that might work for you. But I have other projects, a grandson I babysit, and 2 chihuahuas that are sleeping in the window now that want to go out like every hour on the hour. But sometimes, I just put goals for myself. So you'll see that I have some little markers. So when I get up in the morning, I'll say, geez, I want to put on 4 rows today. So I'll mark where I am. And then I know my goal for today is 4 rows. Now what I do know about these 16 socks is it takes me a whole hour to go around one time. And it took me an hour and about 15 minutes to do the 10 pair to go all the way around. So if my grandson is napping, he takes, an hour and a half to a 2-hour nap. So I'll say I want to get in, say 2 rounds. So I'll put my marker there, and then I'll knit, and that's what my goal is for that day. Sometimes I say I'll move a stitch marker up, and I'll say, let me see how many rounds I can get in for today or this week. And sometimes I use one for a week, and then I'll just calculate how long it took me for that week to get however many rows done. So that's just a little mind trick I play with myself when I do this many socks. Another thing, why do I do this many at a time? I'm always buying, sometimes the markers say on clearance. So I will get a bunch of, I always get at least enough for one pair. That's 100 grams for me. So I will get enough of that. But I'll come home and I'll cast on right away to see if I like working with a certain yarn. If I do, I know I've got a week, maybe 10 days to get back to the store and get more. But I do buy in quantities if I really like it, because I make a lot of socks. It's just the project that's always in the background, always working. I mean, I cast on these 16 socks the first week in the new year, and that's what I wanted to do. So I got them all cast on, and but in the meantime, I've also made 4 other pair, just straight socks. So this is nothing to rush through. I just want to drag as many people along with me in my knitting adventure. And just thank you for stopping by. And if I think of any other tips that I can impart to you, I'll put up another video. Thank you so much.